Episcopalians. I'm part of the official youth presence, and I come from the Diocese of Arizona. My father was born in Mexico City, and he came here when he was 7, and my mother's parents are from Sonora, Mexico. When my family gets together, we eat tamales and honey-baked ham, so pretty bicultural. I'm going to be a junior in high school next year. My favorite subject is math, which is weird on any level, apparently. And my goal is to go to Wellesley College in Massachusetts, which is also my mother's alma mater. I am a cradle Episcopalian. My parents were married by an Episcopal priest, but were not properly introduced into the Episcopal Church until I was about 2 months old when we got an orange postcard in the mail, and I was baptized 4 months later. I guess they loved it. I don't know. Ever since I can remember, I've been going to 2 church services, one in English, the next one in Spanish. My parents are very involved in the church. They are especially involved in Latino ministry. They're leaders and teachers, as shown in how my father preaches every Sunday and how my mother teaches Sunday school to the little kids, and with my presence here today. I am very involved in the Latino ministry. Actually, I just authored a resolution here, D067, which calls for scholarships for undocumented youth, for them to go to college. I'm also passionate about being more welcome to everyone, especially youth, Latinos, and the LGBT community. And that's why I love the Episcopal Church, because I can brag about it, because we are a very welcoming church. My main language is actually English. I can get along in Spanish. Therefore, you don't have to speak Spanish to me to talk to me or even to invite me to church. Thank you.
Hi, good afternoon. My name is Luz Cabrera. I'm from the Diocese of Texas, from Houston, Texas, born to Salvadorian parents. And when my family and I get together for Christmas, we eat sándwiches salvadoreños and we eat tamales de pollo. I don't know how to translate that for you guys, so it's bread and meat inside. That's all I can say. I am a full-time student at the University of Houston. I am a senior. This upcoming semester I will be graduating with a degree in bilingual education. I work at San Mateo part-time, which is a church in Houston, with Father Alejandro Montes. And there I became involved in the Episcopal Church about 10 years ago now. And the reason I came to the Episcopal Church was because I was invited by my aunt, who really loved it there. And we had been jumping from church to church trying to find a home. And we finally found it in San Mateo. They had a wonderful youth group. And now I work with the youth there. I work with the children's ministry there. I'm very involved in different events that have to do with the Episcopal Church. I was official youth presence in 2006. That's one of the reasons why I'm here today. I'm working with the official youth presence this year as well. I've been part of helping out in the design team for the last 2 EYEs. Well, 2 EYEs, not the last one, but the 2 before those. My favorite thing about the Episcopal Church is that I'm always welcome, and I know that I am loved, that there's a community that is praying for me, that is supporting me, and I've found that here in everything that I do. It's something that I'm very proud of. Every time someone asks, you know, where do you go to church, I proudly always say San Mateo. Unlike some of my friends here, my church is Spanish-speaking only, but I am involved also in our small English service that we have. So we try to incorporate every youth and young person, because as you've seen Father Anthony show us, there's a lot of Hispanics and Latinos that don't speak Spanish sometimes, or that's not their dominant language. So we have a service especially for those people that just want to come in, and they're also married to someone that doesn't speak Spanish at all. So we have that special service for them. And I love that I can speak English and Spanish. I am bilingual, fully bilingual. So you do not need to try to talk to me only in Spanish. You can talk to me in English. But I love that I'm bilingual and that I'm respected for that, and that it's honored in this church.
I think it's funny after Anthony's points that we're all reading off our smartphone. My name is Jason Sierra. I am a third-generation Mexican-American, a second-generation Episcopalian. I was raised in the Diocese of West Texas, sent from the Diocese of Texas, and work in the Diocese of Olympia. When my family gets together, I'm a PK, so we don't do a lot of cooking at the house on Christmas Day, because my dad's been busy and we've been busy getting things ready. So we'll go to a friend's house or a parishioner's house for a turkey dinner and bring home leftovers and then have pozole or tacos or something that evening with the leftovers. I work for the Episcopal Church as the officer for young adult and campus ministries. I work for the Episcopal Church Center, but I work out of Seattle. I have been involved with the church clearly my whole life, being a PK, and have found my way in and out of it in different ways. But I've found in it something that resonates very deeply with me and with my culture in trying to find rituals and find space for creating rituals around my identity as a Christian, my identity as a Latino. Currently, I work with 18 to 30-year-olds across the church, and both working with Anthony and with the other ministers on projects like Y-Serve that work with young adults of color, but also with young adult populations more broadly. I did not grow up speaking Spanish. I grew up speaking only English in the house. My mom is Anglo, so we didn't speak much Spanish. I learned it in high school and in college and studied abroad in Mexico, so I can get by in Spanish, but if you speak to me in Spanish, I'll be a little bit surprised, and for English mostly. So that's sort of what I'm looking for in a church, is an English-speaking church where I can bring my culture and find my space.